Hey everyone, Dr. Richard Lai here with Study Acupuncture with me. Welcome to this episode. It's a new week and today is going to be a great day. So if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Richard. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and I'm an acupuncturist. And I'm all about making content for busy acupuncturists and acupuncture students like yourself. If you're working full-time, you're juggling a family, you're juggling personal life, and you're just trying to understand what they're teaching in acupuncture school, this is the place for you. Now, I do have an email list, and I send out free study guides with each theory-based episode, and I'm thinking about compiling some treatment guides as well, so if that's something that you'd be interested in, let me know. Now, how do you get on the email list? Sign up at my website, www.studyacuwithme.com. So, today's episode is on the Jiao and its functions, so let's hear a quick word from our sponsor and we'll get right back into it. Alright, and now we're back. So we are talking about the Jiao. Now, the Jiao is also known as the triple burner. So, what are the functions of the Jiao? So there's 3 functions of the Jiao, and we're going to talk about each of them. Number 1, the Jiao mobilizes the original qi. Number 2, the Jiao controls the transportation and penetration of qi. And then number 3, the Jiao controls the water passages and the excretion of fluids. And just to break down that word Jiao first. So Jiao is san meaning 3, and then jiao meaning burners. So that's why it's translated to triple burner. So the first function of the Jiao is that it mobilizes the original qi. And original qi is also known as Yuan qi. And so what this function means is that the Jiao actually helps the original qi complete its functions. So for example, in your upper jiao, your upper burner, original qi is part of the formula for creating true qi. It's the catalyst for the creation of true qi. True qi is your Zhen qi, Z-H-E-N. Now true qi is that qi that's circulating in your channels and that's nourishing your organs. True qi is what you're mobilizing when you're treating your patients. And this true qi originates from your lungs, which is why our lung has a function to control qi. And true qi has 2 forms in our body. It comes in the form of yin qi and wei qi. Now yin qi is nutritive qi and wei qi is defensive qi. Now if you flip to your study guide page 4, or I'll actually put the diagram right here, I have a diagram there for the origin of qi, and I have highlighted in yellow exactly where original qi inserts itself as the catalyst for the creation of true qi. The Jiao and the original qi also work together in the middle jiao. So if you look at the study guide again, there's a formula for the creation of blood. So original qi is part of that equation for the creation of blood too. So you'll see, spleen sends food qi to the lungs. From the lungs, it goes to the heart, and it's at the heart where kidney essence comes in and original qi comes in to help transform that food qi into blood. So both of these diagrams are going to be in the study guide, so please make sure you sign up for my email list so you can get these study guides. Sign up at www.studyacuwithme.com. Alright, so back to the function of Jiao. Number 1, it mobilizes the original qi, meaning it helps to move it through the jiaos and helps it to complete its functions. So for example, we talked about how true qi is formed, how blood is formed. Now the next function of the Jiao is that it controls the transportation and penetration of qi. So that sounds pretty complicated, but it really just boils down to how qi moves. Jiao is basically like a master train conductor. Now what a master train conductor does is they sit inside the central headquarters and they have their eyes on the entire subway system. And they're going to know each and every train, which direction it's going to go in, whether it's going to go uptown, whether it's going to go downtown, whether it's going to be an express train. The master train conductor controls the transportation and penetration of all the trains. So just like that, the Jiao controls all our qi, how our qi moves in all the different parts of our body. Specifically, it's responsible for qi movement. It's responsible for controlling the ascending, the descending, the entering, the exit of the qi in all our organs and in all the parts of our body. Alright, now the last function of the Jiao is that it controls the water passages. It controls the excretion of fluids. Now, this function is actually related to one of its names. One of the names of the Jiao is that it's the official in charge of irrigation. Now, irrigation means that it controls the water passages. So the name triple burner and the name official in charge of irrigation, that tells us that there's 3 burners. And through these 3 burners, the triple burner makes sure that there's proper irrigation in our body. It irrigates our body fluids through each of these 3 burners. And it does this by making sure that our body transforms, transports, and excretes these fluids appropriately. So for example, in the upper burner, we have the transformation of fluids to create sweat, to diffuse sweat. In the middle jiao, we have the stomach fluids bubbling up, rotting and ripening our food. And then in the lower jiao, we have urine being excreted out. And there's also actually another way to describe the 3 burners based on the fluid and the different physiological processes that happen in each of those burners. So the upper burner, for example, is said to be like a mist. The middle burner is said to be like a maceration chamber. And the lower burner is said to be like a ditch. Now the upper burner, or the upper jiao, is like a mist because what's happening there? That physiological process that's happening there is the lungs are diffusing. That diffusion of fluids spreads fluids all over the body in the toli, in the area between the skin and the muscles, so it's like a mist. The middle jiao, or the middle burner, is like a maceration chamber, because in the middle burner, what's happening? We have that rotting and ripening. So our food, whatever we're drinking, gets into our stomach, and the stomach is starting to rot and ripen it. So therefore, food essence will be extracted. So it's like a maceration chamber. It's like a bubbling cauldron. And the lower burner is like a ditch. In the lower burner, we have this separation going on of our pure and our impure. That impure is going to be transformed and excreted out of our body as urine. So the upper burner is like a mist, the middle burner is like a maceration chamber, and the lower burner is like a ditch. And so those are the 3 functions of the Sanjiao. Which brings us to the end of this episode. Now, I did get an email from one of you about wanting to review evaluation techniques and basically like going over 10 questions during an evaluation. So that's definitely in the works. That's going to be an upcoming episode. I just want to say though, I appreciate you guys for taking the time to reach out. Whether you're sending an email, whether you're commenting, I just thank you for taking the time to even do that. So please continue to do that. Comment on what you'd like to see in these episodes. If you're watching on YouTube, you can comment below. If you're on podcast, you can leave a comment, and just please review if you get the chance as well. Now, before I let you go, I got to remind you again, sign up for the email list. You get free study guides in your email, so please make sure you go sign up right now at www.studyacuwithme.com. All right, everyone, until next time, God bless and happy studying.